had quite a couple. I had a good few run-ins with Brian Clough, and I know previous people have come on here and told Brian Clough stories, but I'm going to tell you one or two that you probably haven't heard.
Is this while you're playing for Arsenal?
I'm playing for Arsenal with his manager, and our first encounter came when I was in the youth team. So we played Nottingham Forest in the youth team in the FA Youth Cup semi-final. First leg was at the City Ground. It was a Saturday. There was no first team games on, and they had a good team like Gary Charles and Stoney, Scott Gemmell and all those guys. You know, they had a really good team. And we had a good team as well, but we ended up beating them 3-0 on the day. And I was there shaking the ref's hand and stuff, and next minute somebody's grabbed me by the ear and was leading me off the pitch. And I couldn't even see who it was because my back was to play. He was pulling me from behind. So I quickly turned and it was Brian Clough.
Come here, Sam.
Come here, young man. Fucking come here. So he's led me down, led me past the away dressing room, past the home dressing room, round to his office. Sits me down, I've got the full kit on, sits me down, goes in the top drawer, pulls out an empty contract. I said, fucking sign here, son. I said, Mr. Clough, I respect you. I said, but I'm an Arsenal fan and playing for Arsenal was everything to me. Next minute, bam, bam, bam. I don't know, it was Pat Rice, legend Pat Rice. Cloughie, you're out of fucking order. Blah, blah, blah. He's kicking the door in. So he takes the door off the hinges, Ricey. Nutty Irishman, good Irish, kicks the door off the hinges anyway. And Cloughie's there with pen in his hand. He said, Ricey, if you just witnessed what I witnessed, you'd have done the same. Walk inside here. So, and he was like,
that's unbelievable.
You go to the dressing room. Go on, get to the dressing room. So Ricey was there. So I've walked down the corridor. I thought, Pat ain't coming back. So I've doubled back and I've just looked around the door and Cloughie's getting the old single malt out.
Softening him up.
It's softening him up. Come on, Ricey. Hey, Ricey. Come on, Ricey. So I was like, bloody, so I went back to the dressing room, obviously.
I'll be drinking that, Ricey.
Come on, Ricey. And the next one was we're playing Nottingham Forest.
That's outrageous.
At Highbury. Playing Nottingham Forest at Highbury. And this is where Cloughie was starting to look a bit worn because he started to drink quite heavily before games and stuff. And I don't know if anybody knows, at Arsenal, me and Lee Dixon always used to go out to warm up first. We were always the first ones out. So we come out the away dressing room, we come out the home dressing room, sorry, at Highbury, and we're walking along, and the away dressing room is about 20 yards down the corridor. So as we're walking, Cloughie's in the hallway, rolling.
Pissed
as a fart. So as I'm coming out, bouncing the ball, you can hear the studs. Campbell, don't you hurt me, son. Don't you get hurt me. So I said, hi, Mr. Clough, how are you? You know, Campbell, don't you hurt me. Make sure you don't hurt me. He says, Mr. Clough, I'm not going to hurt you. He said, I want to beat you, but I don't want to hurt you. So he pulled me and he said, don't you hurt me. Whispered in my ear, don't you fucking hurt me. So I said, okay, Mr. Clough. So as I've turned and I'm walking out the corridor, I fucking whacked me in the car.
Clough did?
He's whacked me in the car. So I've gone, what the fuck? What's going on? Lee Dixon, can you imagine fucking pissing himself, love? So what'd you do that for? I told you, don't you hurt me. Don't you? I said, I'm not going to hurt you, I'm on the bench.
I am now.
I'm on the bench today, bloody hell. Bastard old git, like, you know what I mean? So, warm up. Because that's where you used to have the dugouts were like the little squares.
Yeah.
And he's there and he's dug out to the left. I'm sat behind George Graham and Stuart Hewson and that. And he keeps looking over, pointing at me, mouthing, don't you get hurt me, Campbell. And George Graham's looking at Stuart, what's wrong with Cloughie? And somebody wound Cloughie up tonight, you know what I mean? I'm like, I haven't. I couldn't tell him he's whacked me in the game. Well, you can imagine that'll kick off. And 0-0 at half time, Cloughie's still saying, Campbell, don't you get hurt me. Going up the tunnel, gets in, come out. Anyway, 20 minutes to go. Kev, go and warm up, 0-0. Cloughie gets up, don't you hurt me, Campbell! Don't you fuck! And there's an old guy called Jim who used to go to the youth team games who hated Brian Clough. So as Cloughie gets up, Jim's there, fucking sit there, you twat, like that. And he's like, Campbell, don't you hurt me. And Clough's giving it to Jim, he's giving it to me. I'm just warming up. Anyway, we make a substitution. I get on the pitch. Within 5 minutes, I go through, shoot. Mark Crosley saves it. Ian Wright puts the rebound in. Clough's jumping on the side. Campbell! Don't you hurt me? I'm there pissing myself laughing. So we're winning 1-0. About 5 minutes to go. I break through, square it for Righty 2-0, and I just look over and he's just sat there like that, giving me the death stare. So, game finishes, we win the game 2-0, so we're shaking hands on the pitch. And I totally forgot about Clough, so I'm walking up at Highbury, I'm walking up towards the corridor for the dressing rooms, and then as I've gone through onto the corridor, I thought, where's Clough? Shit, where is he? And the away dressing room had 2 doors. Normally the first door, which was to the bathroom and toilet, was closed. And then they'd go in the other door to the dressing room. And as I'm walking in, I'm like weary of what's going on. So I'm weary. And all I could see was this eye through the crack of the door looking at me. So as he's seen me, he's ripped the door open. And he looked at me and went, I told you, don't fucking hurt me, Campbell. I said, Mr. Clough, it's my job. I'm supposed to try and beat you. So he said, come here. So he kissed me on both cheeks and whispered in my ear, I obviously didn't kick you fucking hard enough.